to today's edition of the Ingenious Film Review. I'm laughing because I'm actually so relieved to actually be talking live and on YouTube. Before we begin, I'd really like to thank my colleague Richard Tomlinson for helping me to sort out all the technical requirements. You won't believe what's been going on behind the scenes. I am now feeling like a swan. Gliding on top of the water, having paddled furiously underneath. Anyway, welcome, and I am delighted to introduce that this week my guests are the wonderful Phil and Ali Dyer, who are local filmmakers. Hi, guys.
Hi.
How are you both today?
Fine, thanks.
Yeah, Phil, how are you feeling?
Bored.
Oh, is that because you're trying
That's hopeful.
Okay. So, guys, I know that you are both filmmakers. So, Phil, could you tell us a little bit more about the types of films that you make?
Well, I've got a film company of my own called Trimbuster Films. I've made one in a million.
Yeah.
I've also been involved in a lot of the ones with Somerset Film and also the one with Stephen Clark and Tom. Bigger House. That's it.
Yeah.
Thanks, Alex. We've got Alex here.
Yeah, you're joined by Alex Rowland. Alex, come and pop your head in and say
Hello. Hi, guys.
So, Alex, because we're currently in COVID-19 situation, do you want to explain how you work with Phil and Ali and kind of what your role is with them?
Sure. So I'm a self-employed support worker, and Phil and Ali, for better or worse, have decided that they like me to help them with some of their day-to-day stuff. So I come in and support them to do that. But we also try and do some of the filmmaking stuff. Sorry, I'm just going to turn our iPad off. It's pinging. We're gonna, I just support them with the filmmaking stuff and kind of anything they want to do, really.
Yeah.
So,
yeah, you're very technical too, I know. So, and you support lots of people to be able to access technology, don't you?
Yeah. So that's my kind of specialist area, is helping folks with the sort of things around technology. And of course, in the situation we're in at the moment, it's kind of really important. But it's funny, I was having a chat to some guys today online, and I was saying the thing that this has really made me realise is when it all started, I was quite worried about kind of Phil and Ali and some of the guys that I support and how they cope with it.
Yeah.
The reality is that what we are experiencing now is kind of what they experience a lot of the time. So not being able to get out, not being able to do things when they want to do, and all that sort of thing. And it's kind of, it's a bit of an eye-opener, really. But,
yeah, that's really interesting. Now, obviously, you support them a lot to go to the pictures. I know that they go and see an awful lot of films. So, Ali, what type of films do you normally like to go and see?
Funny ones.
Yeah.
Funny ones.
Funny ones. What sort of things have you seen recently?
We haven't gone to the most close.
What was the last one you guys saw?
Sonic. Yeah, Sonic the Hedgehog.
Sonic the Hedgehog. Cool.
Yeah.
Fabulous. Okay, so this week we're reviewing The Farewell, which is a bilingual film. It's in English and Mandarin Chinese, and it opens with the words "based on a true lie." It's a funny, uplifting tale based on an actual lie, in which a character called Billy, played by Aquafina, reluctantly returns to Changchun to find that although the whole family knows that their beloved matriarch, Nai Nai, has been given mere weeks to live, everyone has decided not to tell Nai Nai herself. To assure her happiness, they gather under the joyful guise of an expedited wedding, uniting family members scattered among new homes abroad. As Billy navigates a minefield of family expectations and proprieties, she finds there's a lot to celebrate, a chance to rediscover the country she left as a child, her grandmother's wondrous spirit, and the ties that keep on binding even when so much goes unspoken. Now, the Farewell was written and directed by Lulu Wang. It had its premiere at Sundance. It's got an approval rating of 98% on Rotten Tomatoes. It won at the Golden Globes and was nominated at the BAFTAs. But more importantly, what do our guests think? So, Phil, what did you think about the film?
Well, it's very interesting, but if that was me, I would have weeks to live. I would want to know.
Ah, that's interesting. You'd want to know. Yeah.
If I was told I had weeks to live, the family knew, I'd want to know if I got weeks to live or not. Because I mean, I would be the patient, not. They should have told her at least.
Yeah. But what about the film? Do you think it kind of conveyed their struggle with whether they should tell her or not?
I think it did. It did actually make me cry at one point.
Oh, did it?
It's inside my heart, not actually on the outside.
Yeah.
Because, like I say, not telling someone they've got long to live, it can. Well, all the death going on with the coronas and stuff, it's really sort of hit me.
Yeah.
Not that's what hit now.
What about you, Ali? Did it move you in the same way?
Yeah, a little bit. Yeah.
Did you find it funny at moments too?
Yeah, there were some funny parts. Yeah. Not a lot, but some.
Yeah, Phil, what was your favourite bit?
Trying to learn the two different languages. Because it had subtitles, but I couldn't actually see the subtitles clearly. That's probably because of my eyesight.
Yeah. No, I agree with you. I actually found the subtitles really hard to read. I thought the font was too small, and sometimes the image that was behind the text meant that you couldn't actually read it very clearly at all.
That's all I found.
Yeah. No, I agree with you there. Ali, what for you was the best bit?
All of it, really. All of it.
Oh, you really enjoyed it?
Yeah.
Yeah. I found at the beginning, I kind of found the sort of the tone, and I guess this is because it's about a very serious subject, isn't it? It's about, like Phil has said, it's about losing someone. And I kind of found it a little bit difficult to kind of go with. I was kind of waiting for it to, I don't know, just move a little bit quicker and for the comedy to be a little bit more broad. But it took me a while to kind of get into the groove of the film, I think.
Yeah, it does. Yeah. That's what that. It's hard to try and follow a story when it's in two different languages.
Yeah.
As you say, you can't see the text, so you think, well, what the heck are they there about?
Yeah. I think for me, the scenes I most enjoyed were those that really kind of shone a light on Chinese culture, and that was when, for example, when they were in the wedding, because they're the sort of the banquet scenes and everyone tucking into all of that food, and I guess in a similar way they were still getting up and doing the speeches.
Yeah.
But that was a really lovely moment, kind of hearing a little bit about kind of the Chinese history as well, when they were talking about her having, the sort of the Nai having served in the army. So that was really interesting. And I loved the bit when they were praying by the graveside as well.
Oh yeah.
that was such a good bit. Was there anything, Phil, in terms of, as a filmmaker yourself, is there anything that you might have done differently?
I would have told her.
Oh,
I
yeah.
would have told her. Because, like I say, I don't think it's fair that the family keep things away from, the person that they love the most, It's not culture, society that they should do it just because they live in a different country. It's not. You should always be told.
Do you think?
It's your family, don't you?
Do you think she might have guessed? Because in the film, it's actually revealed that she told she didn't tell the truth to her husband, did she?
No.
And I wondered whether she might actually have guessed.
I think she might have done with the way they were acting, I think. Because they were acting strangely, trying to keep it away from her. But I think she guessed there was something going on, but she couldn't put a finger on it.
And I guess in a way she was, if she had guessed, she was kind of pretending and kind of going with it too, wasn't she, possibly?
Yeah.
Well, Ali, what was there anything that, I mean, aside from the fact that you if you were in that position, you would have told your grandmother, but in terms of making the film, was there anything about the film that you would have preferred to have been different?
The vision, then.
You don't think so?
No.
If you were going to give it kind of a score out of 10, what would you give it, Ali?
Probably a 5, it's better.
A 5. Okay.
Yeah.
So it wasn't up with your kind of favourite movies then?
Not really, but it's 5.
What's a film that you would give a 10 to?
Please tell me films.
Okay. So really, 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 really funny films then.
Yeah.
Yeah, very popular. Phil, what would you give this film out of 10?
4 for poor quality. Well, not poor quality in picture, but poor quality the way it's written, sort of thing.
Yeah, can you tell me a little bit more about why you say that?
Well, like I say, because things have hit me hard over the years.
Yeah.
With my family dying and that.
Yeah.
It's sort of like hit me sort of like rock bottom, and I don't think it's right the way it was written. That it should have, they should have played on it all together.
Yeah.
She knew, they knew, and they just decided to conjunct with each other.
So
not turning it into two.
So this was quite a difficult film for you to watch at this particular time.
Yeah, definitely.
Okay.
Because like I said, it's just been gone 4. Without being gone 2.
Yeah.
I think.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. I mean, obviously, it is a very, very difficult subject. I agree, and I think that's one of the reasons why the film has that particular tone that I was talking about. And I felt that too quite strongly, and I think that's why I sort of wanted there to be a little bit more joy. Although right at the end when she and I don't slight spoiler alert for anybody watching this who hasn't seen the film yet. At the end, she's walking down the street in New York where they live, and she kind of makes that ha sound, doesn't she?
Yeah.
Yeah, and it comes from when earlier in the film when her nai, her grandmother, is kind of teaching her some tai chi, and it's one of the exercises that she does to just kind of connect with the world, and I really liked that ending actually, but I also liked the fact that because as I say at the beginning of the film, it says that it's based on a true lie, and it sort of reveals at the end that her grandmother, who they had also not told was dying, hadn't died anyway, had managed to live for and was still alive.
Yeah.
So it's interesting, isn't it, that thing of maybe her kind of her. I don't know. It's difficult to say, isn't it, about positivity, because we mustn't just assume that you can beat some things just by being positive. But she'd certainly, I don't know, she was still managing to keep going in some way. So, Phil, what are your favourite films? What's a film that you would give a 10 to?
Carry-ons. I really like carry-ons.
Oh, I'm sensing a bit of a theme between you two. No wonder you guys are husband and wife as well as working together as filmmakers, because you've obviously got a real love of comedies. What's your favourite carry-on film, Phil?
Well, Caruso, I think, is my best one.
Okay. It's been a while.
Could I just interject? Because
yeah.
What I would say, although Phil loves carry-on films, I think he just very quickly needs to tell you about his current project, which is definitely not a carry-on film.
Oh yeah, definitely. Yeah, tell us all about it, Phil.
What's the film you're working on at the moment, Phil?
Oh yeah, I'm doing a film with some guys that you may know, like Nick and Tim from one of the projects.
Yeah.
And I'm doing a zombie back to human video film using the engine rooms that I can go through you to see when the studios are free to use.
Yeah.
And I've done some of it, but I'm hoping to go back after this coronavirus. And we're involving Anna, I think you said, didn't you? Yeah, we're going to be. Anna was one of the people burned up to tell us the whole town looks like zombies.
So is your script all written, Phil?
Yes, it's all written.
Right.
It's been changed about 3 or 4 times, but I'm an assistant director with the FBI. and Alex is my partner, and my wonderful wife, tried to say, is a zombie.
Oh, Ali! Oh, come on. And who else is in your film? So you mentioned that you're hoping that Anna's going to be in it.
Yeah. There's Nick Bolden, which you know.
Yeah.
There's Tim Bodden. There's Nick Coleshaw.
Yeah.
And there's
some of Tim's
friends.
Mum might be in it.
Yeah, Tim's mum. Yeah. And Rob and his friends.
Yeah.
I forget who the team is.
So yeah, we're still finalising who's going to be doing what.
Yeah. We've got the costumes and some of the props, but some of the props we haven't got yet. But we're getting through it.
I would say, Deb, we kind of, Phil's been working on the script, and there's definitely a hint of a kind of Shaun of the Dead feel about some.
Okay.
So yeah, there are some quite funny moments in it, aren't there, Phil?
It's good on YouTube, though.
Yeah.
Well,
I'll send you the link.
Yeah, okay. Well, my colleague Richard Tomlinson, who's watching this right now, he has said that he loves zombie films. And and zombie films, they're enormously successful in the cinema. So what will happen to your film? It'll be out on YouTube. Will you send it to festivals and things like that?
I haven't quite decided yet.
I was just.
Yeah, I think we might have to enter Oscar rights. I'm not sure, but I've got to consist with Tim, because Tim's actually doing a lot of the filming.
Yeah.
And Nick's sort of a sidekick, but Nick's also a zombie as well. So, yeah.
He's a man of many talents.
He's got 2 jobs.
He really is a man of many talents. Alisa has just commented that it sounds really exciting. So I think you've got an audience waiting for you. How many days do you think it's going to take for you to film it? What are you thinking? Your production?
Well, it's going to take about 1 to 2 days.
I think maybe about 5-6 days of filming, possibly.
Yeah,
Wow,
possibly,
yeah.
5 to 6.
So yeah, that's quite.
I'll keep you posted, Deb. Anyway.
Yeah, no do. And afterwards, if we can have a chat about, how you might find out about festivals to enter it into, because there are a lot of kind of horror film festivals. There's all different kind of festivals aimed at kind of different genres, and I believe there's also a local initiative as well where they're trying to make a series for Netflix, which I think is zombie based as well. So there's always appetite for that. So I wish you well with that. And yeah, let's talk about how you might get that film out to people afterwards. Definitely.
Deb, could I do a screen also at the engine rooms?
Of course. Yeah.
When's back open?
Yeah, we'll do a junction evening, and you can bring it along and screen it. Yeah, absolutely. So for those who are kind of currently watching, junctions are our regular events where filmmakers can come and show a short extract of either something they're working on or a finished film and get feedback from other people. And it's also a great place to meet other filmmakers like Phil and Ali. So yes, look forward to that. Phil, Ali, thank you so much for joining me today. I just got one. I got one last question for you. So when lockdown is all over, or perhaps even before lockdown is over, what film are you next looking forward to watching? Either on TV because you've got the DVD of it, or maybe at the cinema. Phil.
Oh yeah, there is one, but I can't think what it's called.
Is it a comedy or an action?
I think it's a comedy one.
Yeah,
I think it is.
Another comedy.
I can't think of the name because it's like I say with my app, it doesn't always give me the option to see what films are on.
Yeah.
With lockdown and everything, so
it's
hard. It is one I do like. I think Alice should see it. I think Alice will see it as well.
There were a couple of Marvel kind of superhero ones, weren't there, Phil, that are coming up that look quite good. Oh
yeah, some good ones. Ali, is that something you'll be going to see as well? Are you a fan of Marvel?
I expect so, Deb.
You'll be there.
Ali often gets dragged along, don't you, Al?
Yeah.
Super.
Our friend Josh goes as well.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, you go with Josh, don't you? Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Well, I will probably be in the row in front of you when the Marvel films come in, probably with my family too. So no throwing popcorn at me. And
us? No, I'm usually right at the back.
Are you? You're right at the back. Okay, cool.
Yeah, because I got to see it. Some people will start sticking their toes into the back of my back, and my back's bad.
Oh yeah, no.
I'd rather go at the back.
Okay. Yeah. I'm with you there. I'm always someone who sits at the back too. Great. So our next film review program is going to be in a couple of weeks, and we're going to be reviewing the film Peanut Butter Falcon, which came out earlier this year. If you would like to watch the film with us and give your thoughts on the film via this program, then just get in touch. But it just remains for me to thank again Ali and Phil. Thank you so much, Ali. Thank you. And we'll see you all again soon. Thanks for joining us today.
Bye.
Bye.